Hello, everybody. Tonight, Tracy, I'm in Prague. This is a room I rented about 3 years ago. Turns out £25 for the night, 2 beds in here. There's another door just over there. No, where are we? That way. Just over that way. And there's another 2 beds in that room there. Not bad for £25 a night. Anyway, welcome. As usual, we've got a picture round. 5 pictures, and the name who the people are. If you haven't already downloaded an answer sheet, just get a bit of paper and a pen. What name of the people? 2 name the years for April number ones. And then 2 rounds of questions and the backward round. Here, Tracy. And that one. So if we're ready to start. For those of you who don't know, we do this every month at the Salted Dog for St Luke's Cheshire Hospice. If you want to donate, there's a link just down there. Just run along. If you're not in Cheshire, I'll put up a link for the other hospice in the country later. Right, so if you're all ready and you've all got a drink there, I've got some Young's Ramrod. Start off with the picture round. And this week it's name the producer. Name the producer. So I want you to name these producers. Here's the first one. Who's this? Name the record producer. Produce some top selling albums. And the second one, who's this? Again, so produce some pretty big selling albums. And producer number 3, who's this one? Producer number 4. Slightly controversial. Who's that? And producer number 5. A little bit more difficult, that one. So who were those 5 producers, record producers? A quick reminder. Who are these? And the next round is name the year. going to show you all the songs from the month of April in a given year. All the songs that are number one for that month in that year. I want you to name the year. So this is the first year. In what year were Pure and Simple by Hearsay, What Took You So Long by Emma Bunton, and Survivor by Destiny's Child all number one in April? What year were they all number one? In April. You know, if I made them any easier, that X Radio North should win every time. So what year were Pure and Simple by Hearsay, What Took You So Long by Emma Bunton, and Survivor by Destiny's Child all number one in April? And the next one. In what year were Gilbert O'Sullivan with Get Down and Tie a Yellow Ribbon Round the Old Oak Tree by Dawn? What year were they number one in April? Get Down by Gilbert O'Sullivan and Tie a Yellow Ribbon Round the Old Oak Tree by Dawn, which was in the charts for ages. What year were they all number one in April? Round one, 10 questions, 1 point each, is all about bands and groups. 10 questions about bands and groups, or 1 point each. Questions will come up down here. Question one. Whose best of album was titled Crossroad? Whose best of album was titled Crossroad? A nice picture of the cathedral and Prague Castle there. Question two. Who embarked on their Bigger Bang tour in 2006? Who embarked on their Bigger Bang tour in 2006? Been in the news today. Question three. Which band had a hit with Don't Let Go? Which band had a hit with Don't Let Go? Yeah, Prague's lovely, Tracy, but it's a long walk up there. Worth it when you get up there, though. Which band had a hit with Don't Let Go? Question four. Happy Nation was the debut album of which Scandinavian band? Happy Nation was the debut album of which Scandinavian band? Happy Nation was the debut album of which Scandinavian band? Question 5. What was the surname of the sisters in All Saints? What was the surname of the sisters in All Saints? Question 6. Unfortunately, there's no Eurovision Song Contest this year, but which band won it in 2006? Which band won the 2006 Eurovision Song Contest? I think whether no, that's nothing like Kragov. Which band won the Eurovision Song Contest in 2006? Question 7. How many albums did the Spice Girls release in the 20th century? How many albums did the Spice Girls release in the 20th century? How many albums did the Spice Girls release in the 20th century? Question 8. What was Blur's first UK #1 single? What was Blur's first UK #1 single? What was Blur's first UK #1 single? Question 9. Which 1996 Boyzone hit was a previous hit by the Bee Gees? Which 1996 Boyzone hit was a previous hit by the Bee Gees? Which 1996 Boyzone hit was a previous hit by the Bee Gees? And question 10. Which 1999 Manic Street Preachers hit shares its name with a natural disaster? Which 1999 Manic Street Preachers hit shares its name with a natural disaster? I'm going to put the producers back up while I change location. Which 1999 Manic Street Preachers hit shares its name with a natural disaster? And this is the John Lennon wall in Prague, covered in graffiti. It's really good. Which 1999 Manic Street Preachers hit shares its name with a natural disaster? How's he managing that, Tracy? Social distancing. Right, round two. Do you get any questions? Is the 1970s. The 1970s. 10 questions. Question one. What was on the other side of Boney M's hit Brown Girl in the Ring? What was on the other side of Boney M's hit Brown Girl in the Ring? What was on the other side of Boney M's hit Brown Girl in the Ring? Question two. Which single by Dawn, here it comes again, which single by Dawn was in the charts for 39 weeks in the 70s? Which single by Dawn was in the charts for 39 weeks in the 70s? Question three. Question three. Who had a hit album with Breakfast in America? Who had a hit album with Breakfast in America? Question four. How many times is Annie's name mentioned in John Denver's Annie's song? Count them. How many times is Annie's name mentioned in John Denver's Annie's song? It's easy. How many times is Annie's name mentioned in John Denver's Annie's song? Question five. Which member of the cast of Dad's Army had a #1 hit record? Which member of the cast of Dad's Army had a #1 hit record? Question six. What was the title of the England World Cup squad's anthem of 1970? What was the title of the England World Cup squad's anthem of 1970? What was the title of the England World Cup squad's anthem of 1970? Question 7. Which star of the stage show Evita had a hit with Hold Me Close? Which star of the stage show Evita had a hit with Hold Me Close? Question 8. Which band's first hit was called Deborah? Which band's first hit was titled Deborah? Which band's first hit was titled Deborah? Question 9. I'd like to teach the world to sing was used to advertise which drink? I'd like to teach the world to sing was used to advertise which drink? And question 10. Who recorded the album Arrival? Who recorded the album Arrival? Right, now it's time for the backwards round. 5 songs played backwards on the artist and the title. 1 point for the artist, 1 point for the title. I managed to put a bit of a space in between each one this week. So what are these 5 songs played backwards? Set the headphones off. Here's number 1. Number 2. Number 3. And number 5. Right, I'll play those for you again. Work out. Get back to the playlist. Play them all for you again. Starting with the first one. Number 2. Three. Number 4. Number 5. I don't know if Bo's here, but he has been doing some drumming online. He's recorded some drums to a track. It's on the Virtual Salty Dog Facebook page. Tracy's done a vocal, which I'm going to do another one, slightly better. But if you want to join in, just play guitar along to it, send the video, and we'll put them all together. Hopefully we'll get something together for next week. We'll lay down some guitars and keyboards or whatever, do some vocals, send the video, or send a link to the video, and we'll put it all together, hopefully for next week. Right, the answers. We started off with name the producer. 1 point for each of these. The first one, get rid of that. First one was Jim Steinman. Number 2 was Quincy Jones. Number 3, George Martin. Number 4 was Phil Spector. And number 5, Steve Lillywhite. That's Jim Steinman. Yeah, put my mic back on, that might help. Name the producer. Right, as I said, if you want to join in on that video, Bo's put it up on the Virtual Salty Dog page. He's done the drums. Tracy's done a bit of a vocal, but she's going to do another one. If you want to put some guitars over it, play along to it, do whatever, do some singing along to it, send me the video and I'll try and stick them all together for next week. So you get into me by about Thursday. Give me a couple of days to do it. Right, name of the producer, the answers. Number 1, Jim Steinman. Number 2, Quincy Jones. Number 3, George Martin. Number 4, Phil Spector. And number 5, Steve Lillywhite. Next round, name the year. The April number 1s. First one was 2001. That was, I haven't got the questions here. The first one was 2001, 1 point each for each of these. And the second one was 1973. The questions, bands and groups. The best of album, Crossroad, was by Bon Jovi, 1 point each for each of these. The band who embarked on their Bigger Bang tour in 2006, probably on telly right now, the Rolling Stones. The band who had a hit with Don't Let Go, number 3, that was En Vogue. Number 4, Happy Nation, was the debut album of Ace of Base. Number 5, The Surname of the Sisters in All Saints, that was Appleton. Number 6, the Eurovision Song Contest in 2006, that was won by Lordi. Number 7, the Spice Girls released 2 albums in the 20th century. Number 8, Blur's first UK number 1 single was Country House. Number 9, the Boyzone hit in 1996, that had previously been a hit for the Bee Gees, was Words. And number 10, the 1999 Manic Street Preachers hit, which shares its name with a natural disaster, is Tsunami. Round 2, the 1970s. The other side of Boney M's hit Brown Girl in the Ring was Rivers of Babylon. 1 point each for these. Number 2, the single by Dawn, that was in the charts for 39 weeks. That was Tie Your Yellow Ribbon. Number 3, Breakfast in America, the album. That was by Supertramp. And yes, Trace, I have seen them. Number 4, how many times is Annie's name mentioned in John Denver's Annie song? It's never mentioned. So 0. Number 5, the member of the cast of Dad's Army had a number 1 hit record, was of course Clive Dunn, Grandad. Number 6, England's World Cup anthem in 1970 was Back Home. Number 7, the star of Evita, who had a hit with Hold Me Close. That was David Essex. And the band whose first hit was titled Deborah was T-Rex. Number 9, I'd Like to Teach the World to Sing, which used to advertise Coca-Cola. And number 10, the album was Arrival, was by ABBA. ABBA. 8 out of 10, pretty good, Steve. The backwards round. 1 point for the artist, 1 point for the title. We heard Oasis, Don't Look Back in Anger. Genesis, Follow Me, Follow You. Whitney Houston, I Will Always Love You. George Harrison, My Sweet Lord. And number 5, the House Martins, Happy Hour. So total up your scores. Put them in the comments. No prizes. Let's see what you all got. But this is 3 years ago. This bar. It's a bar called Ufleku. It's a homebrew pub. Pretty expensive for Prague, but decent food, and the beer's pretty good. One of my favourites there. So what you all got? 17 for Tracy and Ash. Same there. It shows it doesn't always pay to have a big team. Some good scores, apart from Max. Right. So if you want to contribute to that video, play along to it, record yourself. If you can do it with headphones on, it makes it easier for me. I'll need the countdown in at the start, but do it with headphones on so I don't get the background noise. Send me your videos or I'll link to it. And we'll try and do something for next week. And I'll see you all back here about 8 o'clock next Sunday, all being well. See you later. Cheers.